guys, so I've just gotten back from the National Achievers Congress and I kind of just wanted to kind of get some things off. I've literally just come home, and so I kind of want to talk about some of the speakers, what I kind of learned or took away from the what did they call it, the Congress, a conference, or whatever it was. Like we sat on metal chairs and I got there at 8:30, didn't leave till 6:30, so it was a very long day. But I'll kind of go through some of the speakers. I really just kind of wanted to get it off my chest. They talk a lot about making a lot of content and, social media and stuff, so I kind of just wanted to put something out there. So I got there at 8:30, like I said, and Jules was already on stage speaking. So Jules Lund, he is kind of a television and radio presenter. Some of you might know him from Getaway. He had like these white frost tips hairstyle, and like I used to have this massive crush on him. He's still pretty cute if you ask me. But he actually runs a company now called Tribe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's him just there. So Tribe is, like, I thought was just a really cool idea, and I'm actually going to be taking that and kind of showing a couple of friends of mine that are prominent on, well, not prominent, they have a few Instagram followers, and really what it is, it's kind of matching up companies with Instagram content creators, and kind of earning money from it. I won't go into all the details, but I'll leave a link somewhere for you to check it out if you want to check it out. So I thought his kind of session was quite good. I enjoyed that. Then next up we had Adam Hudson, who is a entrepreneur. He's like this amazing Amazon guy that is like a really good trainer for Amazon. So he kind of spoke about how to become an Amazon seller and like the tips and tricks and stuff like that you can do to become a really great Amazon seller, and make some really good coin. So I found that really interesting. And what actually spiked my interest with him is actually he is from Browns Plains. So I grew up in Browns Plains, and so when he said that, I was so close to standing up and saying, Browns Plains, 4118, whoop! But I didn't. For that very reason that I sound like an idiot. But, it's nice to know that someone from where I grew up is kind of succeeding and doing really amazing things. So I kind of really connected him on that level. And some of the stuff that he kind of went through with the Amazon stuff was really actually pretty freaking awesome. I've kind of already looked into Amazon. That's been something that I've been wanting to do for a little while, but obviously you need money to buy the product first, before like getting right into it. And I just didn't have the money sitting there to be able to do that sort of stuff. So that is something that I really want to kind of get into, to create a bit of income on the side. So that is something that I would possibly happen in the future. So Adam Hudson, he was quite good. I really enjoyed his session. And then from there we had Grant Cardone. So Grant Cardone was one of the headliners. That's him there. I haven't actually heard of him before this. He's like this millionaire, real estate agent guy, world's number one sales trainer. He was cool, loved his energy. Nothing he really said stuck. Let me see if I wrote some notes down for him. Never depend on one thing, make your funnel really large. He says this, like, don't just rely on one bit of income or one thing, because if that fails, then you've got nothing. So make your funnel really, really large so it all kind of funnels in. So if one dries out, you've got many more there. He says this thing, actually this did stick with me, money won't make you happy. Who has said that to your life? And I know I've got people in my life, I'm looking at you, Father, that has specifically said money won't make you happy. But how do they know? They've never had it. So how do they know that it won't make me happy? It's going to pay my bills. It's going to help me be the person that I want to be. So to sit there and say money won't make you happy, how do you know? You've never had it. So you can't say that, and you're not a happy person to say that. So yeah, that kind of really stuck with me, because so many times my parents, my sisters and my brothers have said money won't make you happy. Like, it's some sort of horrible thing to want to have money. And it's not. Money makes the world go around. So fuck you guys. Take advice from people who quit. So that kind of rolls back in with the, taking advice from someone that says money won't make you happy. They quit on money. They gave up wanting more. So why would you take advice from them? I mean, money won't make you happy in the sense that materialistic things won't make you happy. But you know what? It certainly helps when you've got some money there to pay bills and to be able to give. And that's what makes you happy, right? To be able to afford to be able to give. And if you've got no money, you can't really give, can you? Because you've got to look after yourself. And 3 things to invest in, he says: self, business, and cash flow. So I think this is the theme that came out of today's cash flow is king. So, if they say instead of investing in real estate, it's better to invest in businesses. You've got more, equity or something, I don't know. You've got better chance of making a profit with a business than it is with real estate. So that was Grant. Then we had lunch, and then we came back and we looked, and then it was Elaine, I think. No, who went? I'm missing a person. It was, I will tell you in a second. It was this guy here, Graham Holm. That guy there. He was cool. He was like a big finance guy. He talked about mortgage and things like that. I kind of find finance stuff quite interesting. So I liked some of the stuff he said, although I don't have a mortgage, so none of it was really relevant to me, nor do I have credit card debt or any kind of debt, so I couldn't really take anything of what he was kind of giving, although one day in the future I'm going to use his advice. And then came Elena Cardone, which is Grant's wife. And she was just a massive disappointment, to be honest. She, I was expecting she to come out and be this awesome woman that is all about, women empowerment and being this just incredible, motivational kind of person, inspirational person. And it fell short. She talked about being a wife and how she was once this independent woman, and when she got married, she realized she was independent in a different way, and she just, instead of following her own dreams, she believed in his, so she followed him. So pretty much she followed him to the bank. Like, literally, I just felt like the whole point of her speech was saying, you need to back your man. You need to have a partner and you need to back them. And, like, it just didn't, I don't know, speak to me. She had a Q&A session time, and I really wanted to get up and kind of speak and say something and be like, she spoke about how she won Woman of the Year, and she's visionary, what does it say here, lifestyle influencer, investor, author, empire builder, all these amazing things. But I kind of really wanted to just ask her, what do you do for humanity? What do you do? What are your charities? What are you contributing here? Because what you're speaking about is just about how you support your husband. And I didn't find that interesting whatsoever. So that was a bit of a letdown. And then we went to Kerwin Ray, which is that guy right there. Again, never heard of him until today. And highlight of my day, I reckon. He was just so energetic and just funny. Like, he just pulled out all the jokes there, kept you interested. Like, this is a 10-hour day, sitting on these metal chairs, row after row. Like, your ass is sore, your back is sore. Like, it's painful. So by that stage, you were just, all right, I'm here to see Gary. Where's Gary? But he came along and he was just really good. He spoke about social media and how to use it, and he spoke about, how to strategize and build your business and things like that. And I just found him really, really interesting. Some of the notes I popped down for him. so like he spoke about like some of the things on Instagram. So 4 to 5 hashtags, like, you know how it used to be like 30, like really heaps of hashtags. You know, the prime is 4 to 5 hashtags. Even the filter that you use on Instagram has an effect. So the most popular filter that there is Mayfair. So if you are at all unsure of what filter to choose, you just choose Mayfair, because that somehow that has an effect. I have no idea how they see that, but they do. So use Insta to search for 30 to 50 relevant active hashtags. So if you're going to post something, search what you're about to post and look for the hashtags, and then use those hashtags, so you're getting the most relevant to the picture you're about to post. Add 5 hashtags to the bottom of the post to caption, not in the comments. I don't know why people do that, actually, so I'm not very good with that, but I don't know why you put it in the comments. Why? I don't know. Spend 5 minutes engaging in the responses. So, you know, when someone replies, reply back, like, you know, all that sort of stuff. He even spoke about how, you know, before you go to publish, go to some of the photos that you found that are similar to yours and comment on their pages, like them. So when you go to post, they go to your page and they see that, they kind of start following you. So, you know, it's all about that engagement. Heart to reply to comments. No, sorry. Like and reply to comments quickly. So you want to get on there and do it quickly, because that means, you know, they're still on their phone at that point, sort of thing. So like, you're just doing it quickly. Gary does this thing where he does it within 60 seconds and you win something or something like that. I don't know, but it was something like that. Ask questions on stories to create engagement. So I've seen, you know, influencers do this where they're doing a story and they ask, you know, questions, and there's either a poll or, you know, they'll be like, give us a quick Q&A, and people will throw out questions what they want to know, and then they'll spend, you know, minutes kind of replying back to you. And you know what, it does feel good when you send in a question and they respond to it and be like, hey, da da da, and they give you that response. It is a good feeling. So that's a really good way to pick up engagement as well. And yeah, so some really good stuff in there. I mean, all these guys, they were selling something, right? So they all had a conference or some sort of course to do, and at the end of their kind of session, they said, you know, this is, well, even throughout their session, they were talking about, this is what we've got going on, and, you know, we have a session up in Sydney. If you spend, you know, if you pay for it now, we'll give it to you a discount, all that jazz. Some stuff was on there for like $8,000, $4,000, $2,000. I think the cheapest I found that was like $1,000 for one course. You know, I don't have that kind of cash just lying around, so whatever. I'm not going to do it now, but you know, maybe in the future I will. Maybe. I actually really liked Kerwin's what do they call it? Nail and Scale It, and he's got this course that kind of helps you kind of nail it and scale it, really. So like scaling your business. I don't actually have a side business or anything like that. I do want one, and I've got ideas all floating up here, but where it goes from here, I have no idea. But he does say that, you know, that's one of the things that people come to him for. If they've got ideas and they don't know how to take it or where to take it, you know, he helps with that sort of stuff as well. So maybe that's what I'll do one day. I don't know. We'll see. I've been saying like one day for like forever. And then third but not least, Gary Vaynerchuk. Man, this is who I came to see. This is why I purchased the ticket. This is what I was counting down for. I was just so excited to see him. And by this stage, it was 5 o'clock. I'd been there since 8:30. It was 5 o'clock before he'd come out. And I was expecting him to come out, you know, guns blazing, everything. And it just wasn't. You know, he spoke for maybe 15 minutes at the beginning, and it just was, it was just a letdown. I honestly don't remember much of what he said at the beginning. No idea. He was talking about something about LinkedIn, probably something I've heard before. Actually, you know what? He did say something that I heard on the radio with Kyle and Jackie A, and about LinkedIn. Nothing too shocking, surprising. It was no. That's it. That's my reaction to it. And then he did Q&A for an hour. So people lined up and asked him questions, and there were some fucking shit questions. Like, one guy was like, he said, I'm at medical school, but I don't want to be a doctor. I don't like it. But, and he wanted to know if he should quit. And Gary's like, yeah, if you don't like it and you don't want to be a doctor, why the fuck are you doing it? So, just time wasting bullshit. Like, honestly, I don't know. Like, one of the questions I was going to go up and ask, but I was a bit nervous because there was like 5,000 people there, was, you know, they talk a lot about entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship and running your own business and your personal branding and things like that and social media. But I want to know, as a person who wants to work for someone else, who has a dream of working for a non-for-profit organization, you know, that doesn't have an experience in the field, how do I get noticed? How do I become the person that they need on their team? Because, you know, it's different to being an entrepreneur, right? I don't want to be running my own business. I want to work for someone else because I believe in what they're doing. And how do I get there? But I didn't ask that question. But Gary, if you are listening, got any advice for me? Help a lady out. Lady. So yeah, they're my thoughts on the day. I'm super tired. My back is killing me. Like, I've got the sorest back. I'm gonna have to go see a chiropractor. I've got work tomorrow. I took an annual leave day off to go to this. Was it worth it? You know what? It was for the price of the ticket because I did learn some stuff. And, you know, I will take away some stuff. But disappointing for what it was. If you were someone that paid, you know, $800, $900 for a, you know, what they call them, diamond VIP tickets, mate, I'd be pissed. But what do? Maybe I'll go to another one day. Maybe I'll sign up to one of those courses. You know, I've gotten to know some good names. Kerwin, speaker of the day for me. Really loved him. I'm glad I found him on social media. Definitely be following him, and hopefully one day be doing a course with him. But that's all I've really got to say about that. So the National Achievers Congress of 2019. The dates, I think the next place they're going to, actually I won't tell you in this booklet. I'll link it all down below because I don't know off the top of my head, I'm tired. But I'll link it all down below. That's it. And that's all I'm going to say. You know what? I really want to get out on social media more. Or content or something. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to, but they talk a lot about creating content. I mean, Gary says over 100 times a day you should be, you know, putting content out there. But that's a lot of fucking content. You know, I don't have that much to say. Like, what am I going to do? Sit on the train on the way to work and talk about how the sky is blue or how the weather is? Fuck, who wants to hear that? No, you got to kind of plan your content, work out what you want to say, and then kind of take the time and do it, and then post it. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll start a podcast and just talk shit. I don't know who will listen, but we'll see. Okay. Well, maybe you'll hear from me again. Maybe you won't. I don't know where to look because the camera's here, but I'm seeing myself here. Can you see it? So again, amateur. Don't know what I'm doing. Also, TikTok. Want to get on TikTok. But have you seen that shit, man? All the kids just fucking dancing and miming. Is that what I'm meant to do? No, I don't want to do that. I'm not 16. So, how do I put content out on TikTok? And no. We'll work it out. I'll share it with you if I do. Alright, well, that's all I've got to say. Thanks. And